Yo, what it do? What it is? What's poppin'? What's the biz? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Woo-hoo. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Do you feel this, Leo? Do you feel this, Leo? Do you feel it? Do you feel it? I'm gonna freestyle to y'all right now. I'm about to freestyle. This is Leo season, baby. See, the difference between Aries and Leo is Aries is raw. Bam! Lighter fluid. Boom! But before Leo, there's emotion. There's thought. I feel these feelings. You know what I'm saying? I feel these feelings and I sing it. So I could just be like, yo, what's up? Yo, what's up, Mr. Peace Dealer? And that's Aries. That's raw. Or I could be like Leo. Yo, what's up, Mr. Peace Dealer? Mr. Peace Dealer. Oh yeah. Welcome to Leo season, my friends. Welcome to the official Intergalactic series premiere. We went through so much filler. How many of you have been just tired of seeing synchronicities that you didn't understand? You would just see 333 or 222, and you just say your spirit guide's like, what does this mean? What does this mean though? Like for real. Like I know, like for what does this really mean though? And you about to know. You about to know. Let me tell you something right now. Hatred, indifference, ignorance, it's all real. Fear, it's what leads to negativity. Do you have the strength in your heart? Do you have the strength in your heart to combat this fear? Before we do this ceremony, I'm going to kick this off with a couple freestyles. You ain't getting one freestyle, you getting two freestyles. You getting two freestyles. I ain't playing with y'all. I ain't playing with these dark forces. I ain't playing with these dark forces. That's the first freestyle. I ain't playing with these dark forces. We entertained them before, okay? Saturn was in Sagittarius, but now it's in Capricorn. We about to put in that work. A freestyle is a divine confession through your expression. And Saturn tested, but the peace dealer keep blessing. They so dark, no stressing, cause I'm the light, and that's cool, cause the light's bright, and I'm acting a fool on my ass, literally like I'm on my ass, and I'm sitting in this chair acting dumb crass, finessing skill, that's Gemini. I gotta add emotion and Cancer to bring the thrill, that's the hell in I, even though I'm heaven sent, I'm still I, within the all, that's you and me, that's we, that's like what you see. And it's what it is, and that's what I do. And dark forces trying to act super cool. Don't get humbled real quick. Pride come before the fall, and you looking real sick. I'm a doctor of the universe. Be patient. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all was waiting, but now I'm back, and you back too. From the ancient future, we going through time and space. Smack a hater in their face, but I did it with love from above, so it's cool. I like to drink truth, chase it with wisdom, and that's cool. You can get with him if you wanna. These dark forces thinking that they gonna infiltrate my Abdullah Umblagata like they gotta. but I shine through with light like I wanna. This desire is my fire, and it's gonna burn out till I retire. And retirement ain't in my schedule. You know what this is every day, every night. What I say holds weight, and what you know is what the truth is, made or a woman or whatever. I'm super clever, and I'll be here for forever. But let me be serious, I know you're curious. These dark forces furious and a little delirious. Cause the $1 billion vibe tribe got in and we just did rituals that made their heads spin. And I really mean it like that. They throw in negativity, we see it like whack. That's what it is. The strength of our love is gonna be the biz. Put that on your register till November when we do the clapback spell. This manifestation, I speak it through existence, into it. That's how I did it in the past, because we moving through the future on your ass. Okay, I'm a bit dumb crass. I had to freestyle just to light the fire up. You know what it is. I walk it like I talk it. And if this is a board, you know I would chalk it. But it's whatever or whoever. If you want some, you gonna do it never. You can see me. I'm in Las Vegas on Paradise Road. You know you can't hate this. What's up, son? Yo, send me fires if you thought that freestyle was fire. Send me fires if you thought that freestyle was fire, son. We gonna do one more. We gonna do one more. Now we go get into the ritual. Oh yes. Oh yes. What's up? They ain't ready for the $1 billion vibe tribe. They ain't ready for the $1 billion vibe tribe. What? We've been doing this shit for years. Where were you when we were doing this? What's good, y'all? I hope y'all feeling good. I hope you know this turn up is not coming from nothing. Like, we've been fighting that good spiritual fight for years. Just to be free. You. Just to be me. And I'm talking like I was you when I say me, but it's all good because existence is what be. And I am coherent. No, I'm not making stuff up. No, I didn't write this too. That's what's up. Literally, I channel it down. If you don't believe in channeling, you're about to believe it now, nah. And this was a frown that I turned into a smile. Don't worry though, I'm about to act buck wild. Jupiter about to be in Sagittarius. Sex drives all around the world vicarious. People just stingy. People still hurting. That's why they hurt people. People real sheeple. Unless you an individual, you ain't a person. You a Christ being. And that's what I say. Life ain't what it's seeming. I worked hard just to get this flow by practicing every day when I didn't know. Now I do know. And what I know is what I show. If you want to do this, just know it's inside. If you $1 billion vibe tried, then we ride. Anybody step to you, they messing with me. That's Archangel Mike. That's anything I think. I'll rain down hell because I got them swords. People think I'm crazy. They don't know that I'm more weird than they ever thought possible. So I laugh at any motherfucking obstacle. Oh, what's good though? I'm kind of crazy because I want to be. That's what I do like I gotta be. That's what they hate like they gotta see. But I'm still me. And as long as you keep it true to you in this fight, you gonna walk out with your pride and your life. This is kind of fun for now, but it'll matter later when we actually achieve victory on these haters. And I do mean haters. I do mean people trying to stop me from getting paper. I do mean people trying to act like false capers, false prophets, or whatever. But you know us, we keep it super clever. And this ain't a freestyle. This is a manifestation and a ritual. This speak into existence, what I do habitual. This is just from me to you. If you receive it in your heart, it's a gift that's true. That's a Gemini spirit coming through with the Capricorn moon, so it's serious when you see it do, because it's cardinal, so it means that it's done like the Lord's will under the sun. And I don't do this shit for fun. I'm dramatic because it's Leo season. It's the one. And we about to move forward and achieve victory. And we gonna do this because y'all here with me. And it is what it is. Excuse the drama and the flair. This is for the biz. I literally have to do this because of all the stuff we've been doing. And it's paying off now. Haters left in ruins. Okay, that's it. Woo. Drop your boy on fire. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. All day, every day. I hope you know the light behavior that I've gotten. I want to get you all in your laughing space. I want to get you all positive because the deceptive rhetoric out here is that you need to be serious. You need to take things seriously. If you can't be serious about your joy, I don't want to hear about your seriousness. If you cannot be serious about your joy that lets you forget about your negativity, I don't want to hear about your seriousness. And moving forward, the polarity is clear. Are you building people up or are you breaking them down? It doesn't matter what kind of beef you have with anybody. Look at how the dark forces will possess people who have negativity in their hearts. You have to understand, a lot of you that have worked really hard to get to where you are, to go through the challenges, to get hurt, to get heartbroken, to really realize people's true colors, only to stand up and stay positive, you worked hard for that. You worked hard for that. And no one can take that away from you. Nor should you let anybody take that away from you. And they're going to try to, because you were overlooked. You were doubted. You were one of the few people advocating for what you believe when people thought that you didn't know what you were talking about. And you kept it true. You kept that same energy. You didn't switch up. You knew you actually took a hit. Some people didn't take you seriously. You kept it true. And now they're seeing that it's real. And now everyone's seeing that it's real because it's real in their lives. And this is where you have to enjoy this victory. The pettiness is real, folks. There's a psychological mind game. There's a psychological war going on around the world. It's a very passive-aggressive war where people won't come into your face and tell you how they feel. You guys need to be very careful. This Intergalactic series premiere is going to be a very dramatic sitcom. And the purpose of this is to literally stay in love. Love is the only thing that's real, okay? Look at how much they try to throw Kanye under the bus because he wants to spread love and positivity. They didn't want to hear that. They wanted to hear something dramatic. They didn't want to hear that love. Stay in your love because that is the only thing that's real. That's not a corny catchphrase. Practice it in your life. This is my challenge to you. We're going to do this ceremony because we're all freaking badasses. We're going to pool our intent like we always do. And some of y'all have been doing these ceremonies with me for a while. So this is going to pay off. This is all cumulative because we do this every 2 weeks. So this is going to pay off. You're going to see the effects. Shout out to Nicki Minaj. She just dropped Queen. So she's a Sagittarius. I would listen to that album. I would protect yourself because she's in the industry. And you know how shady the industry is. But Nicki is a Sagittarius. And the light of her fire is going to hook you up. If you want to use that for a ritual, I'm going to listen to it today. It's something to keep in mind, shameless plug. So let me just let you know, I want to keep you guys prepared because we're stepping in. Like, this is victory, but we're stepping into a lot of saltiness. You won your game 2016 till now. You won. You fought the fight. You fought the fight. The whole purpose between Saturn and Sagittarius square Neptune and Pisces was you to stay true to your beliefs, even when they didn't really seem right, even when you looked delusional, even when it looked like no one else was rocking with it because they wanted to look cool and they did not want to walk their truth, okay? Now this stuff is making sense. Now your value is needed. because it's real. Do you get what I'm saying here? Like, you were dealing with people who are fake. You were dealing with people who were fake because they were not being true to themselves. So their inauthenticity made them fake. Their inauthenticity to be someone else where you decided to be yourself. And I need to stress, some of you guys went through deep depression. Some of you guys went through depression because people were supposed to be there for you. People were supposed to be there and hold you up. And instead, they were behind your back gossiping. And I'm not talking about the ones, there's people and there's individuals. People are sheep. People follow the flock. Individuals know who they are. That's why they're individuals. All right. So if you know who you are, you're not a person, you're an individual. There's individuals and there's people. Individuals have been stepping up like yourself, owning up to their flaws, knowing that some of the stuff they stand for is not conventionally right, but they went through the trials. They kept that same energy regardless. And that's what you did too. And you are getting rewarded for that. You have gone through depression. You have gone through alienation, even if you're around other people. You have gone through misunderstanding. Some people have betrayed you and showed their true colors out of disagreements. And you owe yourself the victory. Because sore losers cannot win, you have to understand, everything up until now was to make sure you lose. The reason why you went through that difficulty, the reason why you were discouraged from doing what you needed to do was so you give up, because the light in your heart is so powerful. Don't listen to these dark forces that are using ad hominems, all right? Defamation of character. Here's the proof. And here's how you know if someone's a dark force or working for one. And sometimes dark forces work through you. So you need to be able to call yourself out when it comes through you. I do this to myself all the time. You will know if when you say the truth, when you speak your truth, what is the first thing they do, beloveds? They don't attack that. They can't attack the truth. They commit an ad hominem, all right, a logical fallacy. They can't get at the truth, so they're going to say something about you. You let them know, hey, you're not being authentic. You're bringing up stuff that doesn't matter. I'm talking about being real. I'm talking about real issues. They talk about, oh, well, I don't care about your real issues because you're a creep. Oh, you're weird. Oh, you're crazy. Nothing that has to do with what you said. Watch out for people who are afraid of your light, because everything before now, you were building your light. You guys were building your secret weapon, looking at the side like, oh, you sleeping on me? You sleeping on me? And I'm not talking about me. Please don't feel like when I say you're sleeping on me, I'm saying that people are sleeping on me, and that I'm projecting that on you so that it applies to you. I'm good. Like, I have you guys. I don't care about people sleeping on me. I got you guys. I worked hard for you guys. You guys are the answer to my prayer. I can go do a meetup in Vegas. I can do a meetup in LA. Like, you need to count your blessings, because the $1 Billion Vibe Tribe, we are revolutionary. We are shifting what success means. This is what this eclipse is. Shout out to the Leo King, fucking David Palmer. That's my brother for life, okay? People like him, people like me, people like Lada, we have made a following being ourselves. We didn't have to sell any products. We didn't have to flaunt our bodies. We didn't have to show our abs or titties or boobs as a gimmick. We didn't have to do any gimmick. We were just being true. You know how difficult that is for some reason? And shout out to those of you. I'm not slut shaming people who show their bodies, because there are certain people. Just click the Hangout link when you're ready, bro. You can join anytime. But yeah, man, like, there are people who are comfortable in their sexuality and they show lewd clothing. They don't dress modestly, but they're themselves. I'm not talking about those chicks. That's them being themselves. Chicks or men who be themselves by showing their sexuality. You part of us. I'm talking about people who use gimmicks. I'm talking about people who can't be themselves because they don't trust or love themselves, so they have to be someone else. We didn't have to do that. We were ourselves when people made fun of us for doing that, and we found our tribe. And now they want to take that away from us. This is why I say they get at you, they get at me. Because the type of success, let me tell you the climate of things, and let me tell you how revolutionary all this is. What's up? We got Apollodite in the building right now. I don't know if you see him yet. Apollodite, I've been featuring on my channel. He's a Leo, and I think it's very right to definitely feature this brother. So we're gonna do the ritual, and then he's gonna lead from there. All right. He's a sextile brother. Trust me when I say he's with the shits. All right. For any of y'all who want to throw black magic through the chat, I got a Leo, son. I got a Leo with me. You ain't touching me, but it's all good. Anyway, other than that, like I was saying though, like you gotta stay true. You gotta keep it real. Don't listen to anyone trying to take your shine. Let them suffer. Okay, this is the climate we're in. You have Netflix. You have now this featuring scientists, and I say scientists in quotes, and their only argument against astrology is a fucus, which is not based on the ecliptic or the Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn true astrology or some other BS like biases that are really interpretive. Okay, the mainstream is wrong about astrology. So anyone who wants to discredit my success, where I've had readings with majority of you guys and have helped y'all, and vice versa, because some of these readings help me too, if not all of it, they want to discredit y'all. The rhetoric now is, oh, people like the peace dealer, the people who believe in them are stupid. That's why we need to stick together as a tribe, y'all, because it's very disrespectful. In order to discredit what I'm doing, they would have to discredit your smartness, your consciousness, that you're just gullible, that I'm lying to hundreds of people who don't know how to think critically. This is part of the war. And trust me, you guys are being a part of history because it's your voice that's going to count. And we're walking in truth. We're not getting paid out by lobbyists to push an agenda. We're walking in truth. I just want to really share how amazing this is right now. All right, so it's very important. It's very amazing. Okay, the message that I have for you is that your victory is here. Your victory was not always here, though. You had to fight for this victory. You had to fight for this victory. You had to be yourself. Cancer season was the final battle. Now Leo is giving you a love that you cannot get taken away. Do you know why? You had to open your heart. You had to be yourself. You had to go through the pain of people rejecting you. You had to go through the pain of people not being willing to give you the benefit of the doubt and doubt you, okay? So that you can have energy that Leo can match. This eclipse is like, hey, I've seen you be yourself, and now I want to add love. Are you ready for excitement? Because all those people who weren't themselves, they're going to realize that the person they were trying to be, what they wanted the real them, and they're going to be regretting. So they're going to look at you and they're going to be resentful. That's where the negativity is coming from. And you guys have people around you mocking what you do. Oh, you're into astrology? Oh, you're into this? They're jealous. They're jealous. Okay, that's the, like, you need to listen to the tone of where it comes from. It's coming from jealousy, and not a materialistic jealousy. It's this soul level jealousy of knowing that you know who you are and that they cannot penetrate that mystery because they haven't humbled themselves. So you have to understand, stay in your awesomeness. Stay in your awesomeness. I'm going to ask Tim right now what it means to be a Leo and stay in your heart. But you need to stay in your awesomeness right now, because that is the moving forward for the next 10 years. We're going to have another check, North Node in Taurus, and then North Node in Aquarius. From North Node in Leo to North Node in Taurus, you're manifesting your greatness with work you did. And then from North Node in Taurus to Aquarius, we're giving that to the world. So you built this. You have stuff no one can, like, people are going to be attacking you. People are going to be doing their greatest weapons. It's not going to work because you're in truth. The moment you step out of integrity, that's your ass. But we're not dealing with people who don't have integrity, okay? Atlantis is here. Where to Amira Beth? Atlanta is rising. Are you coming? Okay, 440 watching. So really make sure. Can everyone make sure they've liked the video? Shout out to Eva McLaurin. Mash that like button if you haven't already. If you need to sign it up for an account, it's worth it. It is what it is, though. This is very important because some of you guys have been gaslighted to oblivion to feel like you're crazy for being psychic. I need to let you know, yes, we have achieved victory, but Saturn's going into Sag. It's going to square Neptune, and we're going to have all this Capricorn energy. We're heading into darker times, but you have a stronger heart. You're going to get attacked more. You're going to get confronted more, but the love in your heart is strong enough, and hold me to it. You actually apply this, live this. I'm saying this so that you have the courage to be you, because you have built something that cannot be taken. And the battle before was to discourage you so you wouldn't achieve this. You have achieved this. So now the battle now is to dismiss your victory. You're going to see people downplaying your victories. You're going to see people undermining very amazing. You have a lot to be smiling for. You're alive. You're alive. If you breathe in, you achieve it. I'm living my best life. Tim, what's good, bro? How you doing? I'll be a Gemini and talk forever.
I figured it. So I just want to make sure everyone hear me okay? Because I got a fan in the back, but
yeah, we can hear you, man.
All right. So honestly, you kind of stole my thunder because you pretty much just brought the heat with that. You didn't leave me anything. Damn. I mean, I know you're my brother, but I mean, it's one thing to one upstairs me. I mean, you know, but but I mean, to be honest, there's nothing really more to say. It's just simply about being. It's simply about being love. And I think Leos understand this best of all because we're the fixed fire sign. So we have to stay in one place. We have to radiate love. We have to radiate heat. And so we're carrying this vibration in all of us. This is something that's lasting in all of us. Leo is leaving its imprint on all of us right here, right now. And the sun and the moon are going to be conjunct in the sign of Leo, the sign of love itself. And we're never going to see this shit again, people. And that is why the light is here to win once and for all. And that is what we are doing right here, right now. And with this ceremony alone, we can change the world. And it starts with you. And just as Mike said, you're going to be attacked. You're going to be thrown under the bus. You're going to be made fun of and ridiculed. But I don't want to hear a damn excuse, to be quite honest, and I won't sugarcoat it. It's going to get more difficult from here out, but it's also going to get easier because when you stand in your light and when you stand in your truth, there's no way for, how can you shade the sun? How can the sun itself be an eclipse? We can experience that, but again, it's only an illusion. It's only temporary. So the symbology of this is more incredible than any one of us can even realize here as humans. And we're here now breathing and blood vessels with muscles. And we're here in a physical experience, spiritual beings finally here physically. And we're changing the game right here, right now. It is over. The dark is over. Anything else is just petty, sore losers. For years, people have talked so much shit on me. People have talked so much shit about who I am, what I'm about. I've had people flat out say that I was going to rape someone because they were so petty and jealous of me. And so there is this light and love that we are all radiating and that we're all going to be bringing with us. And in this ceremony, we're tying this all together. And Mike and I, we have perfect sextiles to one another. So this isn't just, you know, this is not just Archangel Michael. This is just the divine as a whole. And we're all here. There's how many of us? 200 or so? I can't see, but we are, it's lit because we're all here. And how appropriate, because this is the sun. For those of you that's watched the 7 Deadly Sins, Escanor is here. There's nothing more to be worried about. It's just simply being. And a lot of people think that you have to do something to be great, but in reality, you just simply have to be great. And that's what I try to tell people. It's like, stop trying so hard and just be hard, you know? And you just stop bending to other people's wills. The only will you should bend is to your own and the divine, which is one and the same. Your desires are the universe's desires. And so when you don't listen to that, You disrespect everything in creation. So the only thing that you have to answer for is yourself and your actions because of it. But other than that, you have to keep the light in your heart. You have to keep it pumping. You have to keep it moving. Leo literally rules the heart, the organ that pumps heat, nutrients, life essence itself throughout your entire body. And so ultimately, there's really nothing more that can be said, because that's in the past, kids. We're moving forward from this. And I sound like I'm beating a dead horse, but it's only because we are truly having to step our game up. Saturn and Pluto aren't going to dick around anymore. And then in 2 years, when we have Jupiter in Capricorn with that giant conjunction, it's not, life is going to change forever. And it starts here right now. I'm a double first house Leo. This is the change, kids. This is the birth of a new era, the birth of a new system, and we get to see it. We get to be a part of it. We get to love ourselves without condition and not be made foolish of it. And there are those that would stick around and try to stick to the old paradigm, but they are not going to receive the abundance that you are. And that's okay, because you put in the work, you put in the effort, you put thousands of hours of lives, of lifetimes, eons as a spiritual being to be here now on earth in the physical plane. There's no more excuses. And I don't want to sound, again, like a hardo or anything like that, but this is it, guys. Like, this is really, really, really it. And so honestly, I'm saying, how about should we get to the ceremony right now? Because
yes, sir. It's time. And just before I see your Aphrodite now, but to really kind of specify, Tim is right. Like, this is a game changer. Cosmic Christie said we're on galactic TV. The whole purpose of the filler was to shift between now your spirit guides are going to be directly connecting with you through the 9th and 5th dimension. Okay, when the game is changing, a lot of you have been working hard and haven't been seeing followers or likes, which are really arbitrary. You're going to start to see the status quo completely shift. When Tim says the game has changed, it used to be corny to be authentic. It used to be corny to do the right thing. People will literally call you a cornball if you're a gentleman and you tie your girl's shoes. All this is about to start to be admirable. Let's think of it as a karmic cycle. The last karmic cycle, we went through the dip. A karmic cycle is 20 years, right? So we went down for 10 years, up for another 10. That's the karmic cycle. Now we're in this one where we're going up. So we're at the dip, and we're about to go up before we go back down again. So this is going to be a fruitful 20 years. This ritual we're going to do is to burn and purge away guilt. And let me tell you the most important thing here. The psychological gaslighting is at a collective dark level to where anything you do is met with negative reinforcement just to have you not believe in yourself. This is why those of you who believed in yourself regardless, you got this. There are certain things that some of you do that are 8th house, 12th house, that may seem addictive, that you are made to feel guilty about, that you shouldn't feel guilty about at all. Ask yourself, it came from your heart. And the reason why you're made to feel guilty of it is because it came from your heart, so that it's reinforced with something you're not confident about. You have to be confident about every decision you make, even if it's not conventionally right, because it's not about being right or wrong. That's a false construct to control you. It's about being you. And I'm going to say this one more time moving forward. You don't need to ask anyone for permission. We need to stop asking people for permission to do you. Stop asking people for permission to do you. Ask permission for somebody if you want to cross their boundaries. Don't ask anybody permission to do what you want to do. This official intergalactic series premiere is going to put you face to face with key characters in this sitcom, in this production of love, where love wins out, where you're met with hate, you're met with ignorance, You're met with lower negativity, and you have to stay in your heart. You have to stay in, you can't get out of that. In Aries season, we could have clapped back. You need to stay in your love. You need to stay in your positive vibration so that if you clap back, you do it from there. And it's gonna build up. You make it to Sagittarius season, we're gonna be straight. So let's do this ritual now. We're going to combine the elements. All right. We're going to combine the earth, air, water, fire. And then after we do that, Tim, you're just going to lead on. And basically, the energy we generate, you can direct it from there, brother. So, right off the bat, I want you to breathe in down to your diaphragm. Feel the energy you're bringing down and breathe out. Know that none of you are perfect. So another one of this deflection, remember, two wrongs don't make a right. So when you speak your truth, you're going to have people be like, oh, now you think you're all light and positivity. What about A you did in the past? What about B you did in the past? Tell that motherfucker you're not perfect. And you being perfect or not is not an excuse for doing anything bad. So you don't have to say you're not perfect. Tell that motherfucker what you've done in your past does not have to take away from the truth you're speaking in the present. Let your past behaviors be an indicator for how people can assume what you'll do, but don't ever let that be an excuse to dismiss your truth, because you're going to be speaking your truth, and people who don't want to internalize that are going to deflect and be like, oh, but what about this? What about that? And it's all dark forces. It's all fallacious. It's all evil. Drain all the stress into the earth. I swear to God, my friends, let me promise you something. There are people who have turned their hearts to the dark. You see people smiling. You see people living all these great lives, especially you cardinal signs. Watch out for the cardinal signs, because it's very rare to see cardinal signs with integrity. All you cardinal signs with integrity, I love y'all, because you are the rarest few. A lot of cardinal signs have given their hearts to the dark because Pluto has got them. A lot of fixed and mutable too, but people in general have given their hearts to the dark because they have hate in their hearts. They have not let go the darkness to let in love. It's not easy to do. Sometimes you get hurt in this life and you get bitter. Sometimes you get hurt in this life and you get mad, and you have to let that go. I feel that in a lot of you in this chat. You have to let that go, because if you hold on to that darkness, if you hold on to a reason to hate someone else, you're giving the dark forces room to manipulate you. And they work sly and subtly. They're not just going to come into your life like, oh, hate all these people. It's going to be subtle. Judge this person here. Judge this person there. The cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. Be careful about these cardinal signs. They're all about, I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that. What have you done? And fixed signs are like, bitch, I don't have to do anything. I have it all. And mutable signs are like, I be everything. Like, I be. We don't have to do, honey, I be. Okay, so don't let these people lord over their actions. Shout out to the real cardinals who aren't about that BS. Drain energy. Breathe in. We're going to activate Earth. Breathe out. I don't have anything against cardinal signs, by the way. My favorite zodiac sign is Libra. Like I love me cardinal signs. Y'all are sexy. I was sleeping on Cancer. So I don't hate cardinal signs. I'm just letting you know what I'm saying? Like, be very careful, because this is where the energy is coming in, okay? This is very real. I'm speaking from experience. When people tell me about their experiences, it's usually a cardinal sign, because they're the ones that are having to learn how to use their power. So this isn't a hate cardinal sign thing. There's nothing divisive about this. I'm just speaking truth. So breathe in and drain any stress, drain any negativity, okay? And now I want you to feel the energy from the earth rising up from your feet and up to your crown. And now we're going to activate the air. I want you to link everyone and picture the live chat as a white light coming down your crown and to your feet. And I want you to say affirmations. We are successful. We are amazing. We are loved. Let's activate this air. Really drain this energy down as it leaves you, okay? So I want you to do this. Breathe in the energy, drain it down, and then also have the light come through. As you're doing this and breathing, I'm going to give you more prompts, okay? To all my twin flames out there, don't give up. This is a very important message. Some of you have met your twin flames before the karmic cycle. You cannot get with your twin flame during filler. Some of you gave up because it didn't work with your twin flame. And the universe was cock blocking you from your twin flame, because if you were to establish energy with your twin flame or a soulmate during filler, your energy is going to go like this. And we had to wait for the main arc. Does that make sense? So as we were meshing over the last 5 months, you were meeting people who you have synchronicities. The universe is giving you signs. You know, some of you have given up on twin flames because you haven't seen the bigger picture. You have seen people who are meant to be in your life, but they were closing off their old cycle like you were closing off your old cycle. So the door was closed, but the universe keeps leading you to a closed door. It's like, this doesn't make sense. Why is the universe leading me to a closed door? Why is the universe leading me to people that I try to work it out with and it doesn't work? That's because now the door is opening. The universe just wanted to put y'all in the same environment so that now that we're in the new arc, now things are just going to be turning around. People who wouldn't talk to you are just going to talk to you as if something just switched. You know how Mercury retrograde do, okay? People are just going to act like they did not throw you under the bus, because now it's time to develop it. Some of you are so psychic, you met some people before you were supposed to meet them. And you know, because it didn't flow. You tried to force the interaction. Those of you who try to force things, those of you who try to accuse your twin flame of being dark when they weren't dark, they just was not the right time. Now it's time, because you're in your heart. And that doesn't mean to go back and force stuff. It means you need to be you, because now the doors are opening. So drain this energy. Now let's get into the water. Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. We are going to put our hands on our heart and we're going to fuel healing energy. The water tribe set the intention to heal everyone. And now I want you to drain guilt. I'm going to give some channeled messages. Some of you feel guilty for not being there. Some of you feel guilty because you feel like you have something to prove. Some of you literally feel in 2018, first of all, if you're not 40, if you're under 40 years old, you're still a kid. If you're under 40 years old, you still have time. Like, some of you are in your late 20s or 30s thinking that you have something to prove, thinking that you have not shown anything for your life. You don't have to have anything to show for your life. But you, that is a lie from a society that feels like you have to prove yourselves to them. You only have yourself to prove that to. Newsflash, you don't have to rush. You don't have to have your timeline rushed. Even if you're over 40, my friends, Saturn returns bring it in. Stop trying to prove yourself to people. Live your life. Live your life. Live your life. Stop letting these people who don't care about you, but they only care about what you can do for them. They only care about what you do, looking about how it looks to other people, make you come out your time. Some of you are supposed to go on an isolated path for the next 7 years. You don't have to prove shit to anybody, okay? Let that guilt go. Some of you have been brainwashed to believe you're not doing anything with your life. When if you're just being with yourself, trying to figure out who you are in a world where people are fake, That's doing something. You were not told how to do this. You were not told how to be you. You were denied when you're being you. You don't owe yourself to anybody but other people who are genuinely trying to help you. Stop letting people make you feel guilty. Let that go. Let the shame go for being yourself. Let the shame go for touching yourself in sexual ways that help you tap into your spiritual self. Stop letting people shame you for giving into addiction. All right? No one has the right to shame you for giving into an addiction. People have karmic paths to walk through. All people owe you is their help in time. And if they don't want to help, they can go on with their lives and judge from a distance. You don't have to have shame. You go through 8th house transits. You go through 12th house transits. That means you have to give in to those addictions. That means you have to give into it and own up to it and actually move on. You cannot transcend from an addiction without going through it. You cannot have shame for that, beloved. Let it go. Invite in this healing. Invite in this healing. Okay? And now activate the fire. Picture an ember burning around you and burning away all impurities. There's no reason when you step into your fire, all right? When Tim said the game has changed, people are going to be seen through. Nobody cares about swag anymore like they used to. Nobody cares about all that superficial stuff. The game has changed to where people don't care. People don't care about how much money you have in the bank. Individuals don't care about how much money you have in the bank. Individuals don't care about your ego. Where's your spirit, homie? Where's your $1 billion vibe? What are you feeding us with spirit? Are you giving us authenticity? Are you trying to put on Gucci and floss when you read cards because you think we care about how you look? Where's the spirit? Where's the heart to heart? Those of you who have it, you have a currency that can't be taken from you. Okay, so shout out to those of you who have done the 4 elements. I want you to now, with this fire, you should feel a tingling. That's because the water and fire signs have projected their energy on a spiritual level. Water and fire signs are highly spiritual. They provide us with the unseen vibrations. You cannot see joy. You cannot see happiness or sadness. You can see it physically, but you can't see that emotion. You can't see passion. That's what water and fire represents. Just like you can't really see ideas until it's real in earth. Take this intention, all right? As you breathe in, I want you to focus right now on what your intention is and let it go to the central sun. Feel the intention going to the sun and really, really see and feel yourself as your best self. What is your best self? All right, to where even if you're in a room where people are showing hate at you, despite the people who love you, that doesn't stop you because you're you, because you have the confidence of you. You're you, and that's your superpower. Okay, all right. What is it? Do you want that connection where you're sexually involved with the love of your life? And everything in your life is working well? You're working for it now. It's not going to fall in your lap. You've been working for it and you're stepping into it with swag. So set that intention, because in less than 6 months, this is a reality. We don't do any prosperity preaching here. We do real ceremonies that have real results. There's not one ceremony I have had that has not had a result. Everyone has manifested their intentions. So you should do this with joy, because this is real magic that we're contemporarily doing in the modern age, where you have mainstream scientists trying to debunk what we're doing with disinformation because we're that real. Like, that's the level we're on, where mainstream scientists can learn something from us. This has never been like this forever. We are on the brink. $1 billion vibe tribe. So what you got, Tim? Where are we going to take this?
All right, kids. To be honest, this is really it, because like Mike said, air and earth are physical, fire and water are spiritual, and Mike is air and earth. I'm water, fire. We're finishing this right here and right now. So by him invoking the elements and by calling in the ideas, his cat moon is making it real, while my Leo sun is holding this vibration, and the Pisces moon is allowing us to connect on a very mutable level. And before I get to the ceremony, I need to tell you this. Neptune is in Pisces. Saturn is in Capricorn. If you don't believe in your dreams now, it will never come true. But if you believe and you put the work in and you put the effort in, you will receive levels of abundance that words, English cannot describe. And when I tell you this, it's a powerful vibration, and that's what it's about. It's Pisces represents the unseen, unfelt, or very much felt, but misunderstood vibration of the universe. And so we're using this energy and we're calling it in. And so now that we've invoked all four elements, I want you to take your desire and feel it, because it's real and it's now. And even though the physical reality might not match it quite yet, just give it time, because when it comes to the earth, things get dirty. Get it? Earth, dirt, right? So you got to take your time with it. Don't feel like things are going to happen overnight. But at the same time, you have to know and believe that they are, even if you can't see it, even if you can't understand it. And especially if you have air or earth energy, where it might be difficult for you to understand or comprehend. So it's up to you as the individual to remember your magic, remember the truth and divine, that you are love and that only love is real. That's my slogan for a reason. And to be honest, now that that's said and done, let's get the manifestations going, because I'm feeling magical. So really, it's very simple what I want us to do. We're going to be using the sun, just like we've been doing with all these Leo rituals for a while now. And the last Leo new moon 6 months ago, or the full moon rather, we prepped this. And now that we're in the Leo phase, we're ready to fully be and step into it. So honestly, it's very, very quite simple. All I want you to do is, in a gentle prayer position like this, just clasp right in front of your hands, just simply hold the vibration. What is it that you see? What is it that you feel? What makes you feel alive, damn it? What makes you feel good? It's not about right or wrong. These are human terms, English language that was created in order to get you to separate the fact that reality and fantasy are one and the same. Virgo opposes Pisces. They are not squares, they are opposites. They complement one another. And so you need to feel that vibration, because that's what's going to change it. That's what's going to change the world. That's what's going to change you. But you don't even need to change. You just simply need to be. And that's what Leo is all about. And so all I want you to do is just take the elements, take this energy that we've created, and to just simply hold it in your heart. Quite literally, just imagine an orb, a sphere of some sort. And if you have a difficult time doing that, then just simply imagine mind. Just simply imagine a sphere, a sun itself. For those of you who are familiar with the anime Seven Deadly Sins, this is going to be the biggest cruel sun you will ever see, but it will not be cruel. It will be pure, unconditional love. And this is going to defeat the darkness once and for all. And this isn't me, this isn't Mike, this is us individually coming together. And so I just simply want you to just inhale and just focus on your desire. Just focus, just feel it. You don't even need to think. Just feel about what makes you feel good. Keep it in your mind's eye. Just hold it steady, like a candle flame, like the sun itself, just glowing bright, hot, eternal, and forever. Because this is forever, people. When I say forever, this is forever. Saturn's in Capricorn and Neptune's in Pisces. We are having a full solar eclipse in Leo. This is never going to happen again. And so if you don't take life by the balls now, then life's going to grab yours. So to be honest, just simply just stay in this, and we'll just stay here for a minute and just set your intentions. And if you have difficulty, again, just focus on mind and just focus on love. Just imagine the word, if anything, and just hold it in your heart, feel it in your vibe. And I'm feeling the energy now. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to act as a conduit, as an emissary for the sun. So as you all focus in on your orbs, just imagine it like a spirit bomb, your own individual, powerful spirit bomb, more than enough to block out the darkness forever, and just hold it on your own. Just keep holding it in. And then let's take 12 fast, deep breaths in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep charging it up. Keep charging it up. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now hold it in. Now give it to me. And just simply imagine a giant sun, literally bigger than the sun itself, just in my hands. And what we're going to do is we're going to fire it at the sun itself so we can permanently charge the sun with only love and unconditional light. When you step out in sunlight, you will know God's love. You will know the love of being and the love of creation. But it starts with the self. And so as you give all of your sons, all of your desires to me, we raise our vibration together as a collective, bow our heads in gratitude, and release it to the sun and to the universe once and for all. As we bow our heads in gratitude, take another deep breath in. Hold it. And breathe out the victory. Because those of you here now, and even watching later, you have solidified your right and your sovereignty for the rest of time. So to be honest, I don't have much air in my chart. There's really not much more to talk about. But from this point forward, there's nothing, like I said, there's nothing more to discuss. You don't have to discuss yourself with anybody. You don't have to show your light, or you do have to show your light, and you don't have to give a reason or a damn as to why. And so as we all carry this vibration, I leave you now all with great peace and gratitude. So thank you all so much.
Amen. I have to his channel down below. Make sure you subscribe. He's a medical astrologer, so he does do medical astrology reports. And really keep in mind, just like he said, there's nothing you have to explain, beloveds. Keep this vision fixed and stay in your awesomeness. Who are you? I started this out freestyling because you want to stay in that. Stay in your heart for the rest of this new moon so you can show the universe what vibration you're willing to attract, and really stay focused on that vision so you walk into it. All right. So thank you guys once again, and stay tuned for tomorrow. You know that weekly's gonna be lit. And until next time, peace out.
Bye, everyone.